Long ago, the summit of Nongataha, called Te Tuahu a Te Atua, the altar of God, was the home of a mysterious people called the Patupaiarehe. They were thought to be an iwi atua, or people of supernatural powers. To some, they were known as the fairy people. They lived close to the very highest part of the mountains, so not many people had seen them in real life. Those who had gave lots of different descriptions about what they looked like. Some said they were light-skinned like Pākehā people, and others that they had kiripuwhero, reddish skin, and their hair had the red or golden tinge called urukihu. Some had black eyes and some had blue. They were a peaceful people and not war-loving or angry. Although they lived high on the maunga, the Patupaiarehe sometimes came down to Lake Rotorua to catch Ihenga and to collect water because there was no fresh spring near their pa. The Patupaiarehe woman would gather the water they needed from a spring under the northern cliffs of the maunga near the side of the Kauai Spur, an ancient sacred burial place for the Ngāti Whakaue. This is where Ihenga first came across a Patupaiarehe woman who had been filling her taha calabash bowl with water to take back to her home. When Ihenga came to the bank of the stream, he saw a curl of smoke rising near the summit of the great maunga far above him. Some people say the smoke he saw was fairy mist. This made Ihenga very curious about who was living so high on the mountain, so he climbed his way through the thick fern of the lower slopes and into the forest. The tough climb made him very thirsty, and so he looked for a spring to drink from but could not find one. He kept climbing until he stumbled onto an amazing sight, the home of the Patupaiarehe. He asked for some water, and a beautiful young woman gave him a drink out of a taha. These people were very interested in Ihenga and pressed around him, touching his skin and asking questions. Ihenga became worried by their interests and thought they might want to kill and eat him, so he broke away from them and fled down the maunga as quickly as he could. The people chased him, and he was faster than all of them, except for the beautiful young woman who had given him the drink of water. She wished to catch him and make him her husband. She threw off her clothes so that she could run faster, and Ihenga began to think she may indeed catch him, and if she did, he may never see his wife again. Just at that moment he came up with a clever trick. He took some of the kokowai, red ochre mixed with shark oil he kept in the small putia bag he carried, and smeared it quickly all over his body. The haunga, bad smell of the shark oil was so awful that the young woman stopped chasing Ihenga, and he was able to run all the way back to the shores of the lake where his wife was patiently waiting for him.